What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Flip Podcast. As usual, I'm Matthew Bedina, co-host Cameron Wellholter.
And we have our first guest here.
Tanner Hettig. What's up?
Tell it to the mic, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta talk
I'm
to
Tanner Hettig. What's up, y'all?
So, obviously, the McGregor fight. I don't even know. Okay. I think it's bullshit. I think they I'm so disappointed in how that ended.
It's one of the worst ways to go out. I mean,
Yeah.
Full-time champ. We've seen him back-to-back champion. I mean, he's just at the tail end of his career. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
I definitely think it
that's
ends.
just...
I feel like his career's not over,
No.
but that definitely started the downfall
Oh,
of
for
his
sure.
career.
I think it even started going downhill around Floyd Mayweather.
Around Mayweather?
I think the biggest thing is he's earned his money already. Like,
Yeah.
when you earn that amount of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, why in the world would you want to be kicked in the face? or
Exactly.
beaten?
It's like that thing that someone said last night. One of the talk people, they were like, it's hard to get up and train when you're in satin sheets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And also Tanner mentioned that he just sold his whiskey company.
Yeah, sold Proper 12 for $400 million. Sold all
shit.
his stocks. So, I mean,
Damn.
he doesn't even need the money really anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's set. That's generational wealth.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's just
set.
trying to prove that he still has it.
But-
you know what I mean?
I mean, okay, with the fight, do you think that Dustin properly won that fight since he dominated the first round?
I would say there's no way you can say it, especially in a McGregor fight, that if he didn't break his ankle, that he would have lost. Because, I mean, for
Yeah.
example, I'm sure you saw the Chad Mendes fight.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting elbowed in the face.
Yeah.
You think it's Dunzo's, he comes up. Like, it's always
I
going to be a
thought that
surprise.
fight was gonna get called.
That first round was amazing.
Yeah.
When
Poirier, are you talking about the Poirier fight?
Yeah, the Poirier
Yeah.
fight. Well, so I actually thought that McGregor was gonna have him in the guillotine for like 20 seconds. It looked like it, and then
I thought he was about to choke him out.
I
thought
did
he was about
too.
to tap.
And
It
then
looked like he was about to tap.
and then Poirier flipped it on him and started like beating him in the face, and I thought they were gonna call it.
Yeah.
And I was glad they didn't, because recently, like, I think the UFC refs have been calling it too early on
for
some of these
sure.
fights.
like the fight before it. Which one was that? Was that the Gilbert Burns fight against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson? Did you watch that fight?
I didn't know. I was in the middle of selling hot dogs.
Oh, did you watch that?
I
one?
didn't catch. I only saw highlights. I didn't
Okay,
really catch the fight
so
that well.
I think something happened, and then they called the fight like way too early, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And it was Herb Dean. It was Herb Dean
Yeah,
calling it. And you know, Herb's
best. He's the GOAT.
He's the best.
He's the
Everyone
GOAT.
regards him as best, but that was kind of bullshit. But I don't know if y'all watched the Sean O'Malley fight either. Did y'all?
No.
Was that the one with the Hawaiian dude? The Hawaiian
It was
guy?
with the guy with the green hair.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I
You
saw
didn't?
highlights. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. O'Malley's a fucking beast.
yeah.
And I know since Conor McGregor is practically done, like there's not going to be as much hype around his name, and people aren't going to want to watch. I mean,
It's super unfortunate, though. I mean,
It's super
I believe
unfortunate,
the
but
UFC
people-
needs him. He's the
Yeah,
most
but people-
entertaining UFC star
people
we've
need-
ever seen.
they need a newer version of him.
Oh yeah,
And that's Sean O'Malley.
yeah.
That's Sean O'Malley. He looks like him a little bit. He's got the same like tattoos and areas and everything, and he's a fucking beast in the ring. It's insane. I don't know if y'all watched the highlights or anything, but the guy he was going up against, it was his UFC debut, and he was just eating these shots from O'Malley. It was insane. And O'Malley's he's a hard fucking hitter.
Yeah,
He's a hard hitter, and to see this guy's chin just go back every time.
he's just cracking every
It was
time.
just cracking. I was
Yeah.
like, how is this guy still alive? He went the whole fight, and O'Malley got the highest percentage of strikes landed in the UFC. He threw 289 punches at one point and landed 80% of them.
Jeez, was that overall in the total fight, or did he? Do
Yeah,
that
I
in
think
a
he
ra- in
he
a-
got
in a
something
round?
around 80% strikes landed.
That's steep.
He murdered this guy, and he still didn't go down. He still lasted the distance. So you obviously don't want to lose your UFC debut fight, but I think that definitely showed that this guy can hang.
He deserves to be in the UFC.
He deserves to be in the
100%.
UFC.
I mean, 80%. Wow, I
It
didn't
was
realize
insane.
It was that
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't know. I know McGregor wants to fight again, and I think that'll probably happen at some point. But I know someone was saying that they shouldn't fight immediately.
Oh no, it's gonna be a long recovery, I think, for him. That was a horrible break.
Yeah.
I also think I don't think he'll ever be ranked #1 or a champion ever again.
I
He'll
don't
for
think he
sure
will
stay
either.
top 10 because
Yeah.
I mean I'm not gonna count him out of any fight. For example, he
I
was
mean, I don't
talking
even know
about
about top 10. Maybe top 15.
I don't know.
I can see top 15 more.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
I mean, you just got all these new guys coming on the scene, and they're fucking shit
hungry.
up. Yeah.
They are hungry.
And McGregor just doesn't have that fire. He only has the fire right now with Poirier. That's
Yeah.
it. It doesn't look like he shows passion for the sport anymore.
Well, also, like, the big thing was like, he was broke, literally receiving welfare checks, and that was like, he was just grinding to make himself a better life for, like, him, his family, his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and everything.
He got comfortable, and
Yeah.
of every fighter, that's usually their downfall. I mean, even if you've seen the Rocky movies,
I mean, with everything, getting
Yeah.
comfortable, you're never going to grow if you just
Exactly.
get comfortable.
there's a difference between wanting to win and needing to win.
Exactly.
When you need to win and you need to prove yourself, that's what will give you that edge in a fight. Whereas, I mean, if you just want it,
exactly.
Yeah,
You need that passion.
I don't think he's scared either, which is a bad thing. When fighters have that fear,
Yeah.
I mean, I think about what's scarier, a dog in a field or a dog in a corner. The dog in the corner is definitely gonna mess you up more than a rabid dog in the field. You know what I mean?
But I think there's no way anyone can say that this was McGregor's last fight, though, in the octagon.
I don't think
he's
it
definitely he's not gonna leave, like, because that's gonna be like his it's not gonna be his legacy, but I think in his eyes it's like there's no way he's gonna like retire after a loss.
No, he's
no
definitely
way.
gonna fight again. I don't.
Yeah.
I can see him fighting maybe for like another 3 years.
Mhm.
But here's what I've been thinking about too. Let's say, I mean, he loses his next fight, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all think he'll box Jake Paul? Do you think he'll go for it?
I think he does that before he does the Poirier fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Catch a quick bag?
Yeah.
I hope.
Exactly.
I mean,
Just shut his mouth up real quick.
we got Woodley and Paul coming up soon. I hope
I don't know-
Woodley
I
shuts
think-
him up, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was watching the fight with my stepbrother, and he was saying that he thinks Woodley's gonna get knocked out.
It's possible, man.
I don't think so. I think Jake's gonna win the fight, but he's not gonna knock
It's
out.
gonna be
Tyron Woodley.
decision.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be decision or maybe like a TKO. Maybe not a knockout, but a TKO.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
for sure. I mean, Woodley was predominantly a wrestler. Like, him and Ben Askren were best friends, and he can strike a lot better than Askren could. But I think Jake's really been training his ass off, which is interesting. Apparently, he went through over 100 different sparring partners leading up
and he
to the
killed
fight.
all of them.
Destroyed them.
I heard he
just
barely even got touched or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, he
But-
can crack. He can crack, but
He's got potential.
right.
I think he's got potential.
We haven't seen an opponent though that is legible enough though yet.
That's gonna give him credibility.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Let's see Jake and Logan go at it.
I know
That would be funny.
I was with
That
my
would be
friends
funny.
earlier. I was with Damon earlier, and we were working out, and he was like, "Bro, that's the fight," and I was like, "That's not gonna," or was it? I'm not sure who said it. I think it was Willie, but he was like, "That's the fight," and I'm like, "That's not gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I want it to happen.
That would be awesome.
I want to see it happen, but I just don't think. Maybe I said maybe if they really need money, I can see it happening.
That would be like one of those things. It'd just be like, it's not gonna happen, but it'd just be so cool to see, like seeing like Alabama's football team play the Dolphins,
Yeah.
and it's just like you just want to know like what would happen.
Dude, I
You
think
know it would-
Logan would die.
It would
I think
never,
Logan
it would
would
never
die.
happen, but you just want to know. You're just like, could Alabama just dick down the Jets?
I mean,
Interesting.
I could see it happening.
It's just one of those things we'll never know, but it's just so fun to think about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I could see
Clemson versus the Jets.
Clemson versus the Jets. Yeah. That would be good. I feel like they should do that, like each year.
I think
The worst NFL team versus the
worst.
best college team.
Yeah, I feel like that would pull in a lot of tickets.
I think it would too.
I mean, I don't know where
I'd watch it. I'd pay to watch it.
I think everyone would watch it. It's super fun. It would be super entertaining.
It'd be brutal though. I'm not gonna lie. I think the NFL players would have the edge. They'd be like,
someone
fuck them kids.
Someone was like, that would never happen because these are like professional players.
Right.
And I'm like, but not all of them are superstars.
Exactly, they're not.
Everyone thinks that every NFL player is like a superstar. They're great athletes. They're really good athletes. Obviously, they're playing in the highest level that you can be, but they're not all superstars. You got like 54 overalls out on the field sometimes.
Right. Do you think that LSU team where they had like 14 first-round draft picks, do you think they could have taken on the Jets at the time with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Devin White, Grant Delpit? I mean, those are all stars in the NFL currently.
I can see him winning that. I can see LSU winning that.
That team?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not a huge fan on Joe Burrow though.
I think so. I actually got to watch him play while I was at LSU. I think at the time he honestly had like the first year he was there, they didn't do much, but they got a new offensive coordinator named Joe Brady. He's now offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers now, and he changed the game. I mean, he made that offense. It was the highest scoring season of any college offensive team of all time. It was unlike anything. I mean, right after that, now he's in the NFL. We'll see what he does for the Panthers. McCaffrey's back.
McCaffrey is really good. He's easily top 5 running back.
Oh, 100%. I'm probably picking him in fantasy.
He's injury prone. But
they're like, let's hit this white boy.
He's speedy, man. He's so elusive.
Yeah.
I feel like Dalvin Cook had the potential to be Christian McCaffrey. But he just never tapped in. He's
pretty good though. He's solid. He's top 10 right now, but I wouldn't. I mean, he's not in that same convo. Like you said, McCaffrey's top 5. Saquon's in top 5. Yeah. Kamara, Derrick Henry's in a whole new. I think he's a whole nother dimension.
Can you do me a favor and open that door? Okay. And let him know. Go.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? The Titans getting Julio?
The Titans? Okay, well, I'm kind of biased because I kind of like the Titans because I went to high school. Oh, my God. I went to high school with Carter Vrabel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, Coach Vrabel's son.
Yeah, we were pretty cool. And like, I don't know. I want to see his family do good and all that. So I'm going to root for them. I think they have the potential to be a Super Bowl team.
Oh, they do, 100%.
I think they have the potential to be a Super Bowl team. They're way better than the Texans. The Texans are so bad.
Without Deshaun, it's over.
Deshaun is the only thing that keeps us alive.
Our defense is going to be pitiful.
We literally have none of the superstars we had before anymore. We have no one.
All we have now is what? I mean, a broken down Whitney Merciless. On defense.
I mean, the only good player that I would take from the Texans right now is probably Zach Cunningham.
Yes, Zach Cunningham's been a rising star.
Has so much potential.
He's fast.
He's such a good linebacker. He lays the lumber, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's got the hit stick, but I don't know. I don't know what the Texans should do, because I think at this point I don't even think if you put like the GM of.
No, it's sad, bro. I can't believe I've been a fan of this.
I know.
Industry for
I'm more of a Buffalo Bills fan now.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I hopped on the bandwagon.
They're gonna be. Hey, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's
fling
got
that
really
thing.
good potential.
Flick of the wrists down 60 yards down the field.
He's got the arm for sure. I don't know about Trevor Lawrence though.
I think
I don't know if I should watch him or not, because I feel like he might be another Johnny Manziel.
It possibly. I mean, Jacksonville is also a really hard market. I don't think there's not a lot of Jacksonville fans, and I mean, I just have a feeling, to be honest, like he'll score. He's gonna be like Jameis Winston. He's gonna have a lot of turnovers. I believe he's pretty easy quarterback to read.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you go back and look at Clemson, I think he had like 12 to 15 interceptions last year, which is Trevor Lawrence.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was around that range. That's a lot of turnovers.
Hasn't he only lost like one game being the starter at Clemson?
I mean, but that's because Clemson's just a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clemson's coaching is insane.
And he's Jacksonville's head coach now too. He went with him.
I thought Urban Meyer was the head coach.
No, I think it was Dabo. Is it Dabo Sweeney? I don't know. I'm pretty sure. But he went with Trevor Lawrence, and then they also drafted Clemson's running back.
What was it called?
Dabo. I think it's Dabo Sweeney from his. I don't know. Urban Meyer, I think, was Ohio State's coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Dabo. Okay, yeah, I get them confused all the time too. Like, literally all the time. I don't know how he's going to be either coaching. I mean, Nick Saban tried to coach in the NFL and he failed. And he's arguably the greatest college coach of all time.
But that was earlier Nick Saban.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
LSU to
Like that's not
NFL.
It's not it's I mean it's kind of like I don't know. Like Belichick and Saban couldn't even do anything and they were on the same team.
Yeah, I know.
But that's because they were their younger selves, you know. If you got Belichick and Saban now on the same team, you're never losing. You're not losing one game. So I think if Saban wanted to do the NFL, he definitely could.
But here's this.
Easily.
Do you think Tom Brady made Belichick?
No.
You don't?
No.
Wow, okay.
I think Tom Brady made himself.
That's a good point.
And I think Belichick was just like they both had the pieces that they needed for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Belichick had the defense on point, and then Brady brings a culture
they
that's
meshed
just
well.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them made each other. I just think it was just a pairing that was just perfect.
True.
It was the perfect symbiotic relationship, you know? So he could be the next coach. I don't know. I want to see how Urban Meyer does, though. Because he was obviously on the powerhouse of Ohio State for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he might do good. But someone was saying, I was talking to someone about it, and they were saying that there was a problem with his wife. Do you know anything about that?
Well, what I saw, I'm pretty sure he had a heart attack.
Is that
one
why
of
he
his
left?
last games? He had a lot of stress, and his chest built up. He literally had to leave the game. But I mean, it could be a number of factors.
Maybe it was that. Maybe
it could be
wasn't
his wife, stress.
Because I know it had something to do about like someone had like almost like a stroke type thing. Or
right.
something.
Yeah. It was
So
like
that was Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what it was. But I don't know. I think he's gonna do really good. The Dolphins are actually doing pretty good now.
I got Will Fuller, man.
Yeah, I know.
Get to some weapons, and they just drafted. I can't remember they got an Alabama receiver. I think Jalen Waddle, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. But I mean, they needed to get Tua some weapons. He can't get hit. I mean, I think Tua's really injury prone. Their O line.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks that Will Fuller left, though.
Yeah,
he was the only
Texans.
He was the only thing that we had on offense. We have nothing else.
We're screwed.
We're just like
so
not even
bad.
We're like the new Browns, man, and it feels bad.
We might win one game. I mean, we play. I was looking at our schedule. We got. We have to play the NFC East, which is Seattle, Cardinals, Niners, Rams. We're not beating any of them.
We always get the toughest scheschedules every year.
Yeah,
we always get the toughest schedules.
Last year, right out the gate, we had Chiefs,
we have the Pats or some shit like that?
Chiefs, Ravens, Pats, first 3 games, and Vikings, game 4. We started off 0-4 because
Well, I guess the Pats last season weren't that good. I mean, they were a pretty mid-tier team.
Right.
So, do you think Mac Jones is going to beat out Cam Newton?
I think after the second game of the season. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Cam's he's going to turn it over a lot. They're going to give Mac a shot, but he might have problems. They might just have any rookie quarterback, you have that issue. I just don't think they have the receivers. They don't have the right unit together to
like the pieces.
It's not.
New England has never had good receivers.
It
was always Brady making the receivers.
Right.
His passes were just too accurate that if you couldn't catch it,
except for Randy Moss. that year.
I mean,
that's
that's true.
that was the only year. But I mean,
I'm still surprised they didn't win a Super Bowl, man.
they
It was
all
a dream team.
undefeated.
I
And
know.
then Giants, Eli, man.
That was
Eli's
really
the only
sad.
quarterback to take chip 2 off of Brady.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure about the Pats. I think Mac Jones is I think he's going to be a pretty mid-tier quarterback.
I agree.
I don't think he's
He's
going
gonna
to
be
be
like
anything
Derek Carr.
crazy. Yeah, I mean, Derek Carr, I would take Derek Carr as a quarterback.
I would
He's
too.
a solid quarterback. But I don't know about Mac Jones. Maybe. I think if anyone has the potential to be a superstar, it's probably going to be Trevor. But I feel like Trevor also has the most potential to do horrible.
Yeah,
Because
he has a lot of
hype.
hype. Exactly.
You're going to the shittiest team under a great ex-college coach being the best player in the draft. You have all that hype about, man, what can these pieces do?
It's a lot like Manziel.
Exactly.
Really talking about it, that's a lot like Johnny.
Exactly.
The only thing, though, that he has that Johnny didn't is the discipline. That discipline
That's
off the
true.
field.
I mean, Johnny, man, I remember I was talking. I called
Money,
it.
man.
I called it that this guy was gonna be a flop. I was like 13 or something. I was in like 6th grade, and I was talking to my friend Peyton Florian at the time, and she was like, "What do you think about Johnny Manziel?" I was like, "I'm not gonna lie, I think he's gonna be a bust." And I don't know why I said that. I think I just said it because no one else was saying
It's
it.
because he went to Cleveland.
But I think, well, no, because even if you looked at him as a character, you could just tell anyone that's like that is gonna not do amazing.
Extremely selfish. He never
Exactly.
Not a good leader by any
Definitely
means.
not someone I would want on my team.
Not for sure. Yeah.
But
Not at
I
all.
thought he was gonna come to the XFL team here in Houston, and I was kind of excited.
That would
to
be
see
cool. It would
Yeah.
make it marketable. It would
I
be
know
very
the
marketable.
XFL team. Honestly, I think if any league is gonna play the NFL at the end of the year, it should be the XFL team.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually, ex-NFL players, some of them.
Exactly.
If you watched Hard Knocks, Texans Hard Knocks, they had one cornerback that was on there, went to a bunch of different teams.
Yeah.
He ended up playing for the Houston team. And the Houston team was pretty good, right?
Really?
Weren't we?
Yeah,
I think we made
were
the
best.
championship.
I think
Yeah.
we were the best. It was because of our quarterback,
He-
PJ Walker.
Yeah, he's on Carolina now.
Yeah,
he's
I got high
solid,
hopes
bro.
for him. Yeah, I think he's got really good potential. He was tearing it up.
I was hoping the Texans would get him after this whole Deshaun thing.
That's what I thought. That's what the most logical thing for. I mean, that's what I would have done, but I guess not.
Now we got Tyrod Taylor. Ugh.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna die.
You remember when people like were crazy over him?
Yeah.
There was this one point when Tyrod Taylor was like an elite quarterback. Now he's just like
Back up.
Yeah.
Solid second string.
I don't even know what's gonna happen with the Deshaun Watson stuff, but I'm gonna go check on my dog real quick.
All right.
Hello, Cameron Wellholter here now. We have ourselves a little intermission. Matt's got to go check on Rusty. Dude, so the camera is not... So the card reader... The card is full for the camera. So for the YouTube video, we won't have the film for it, but it's just going to have to just be audio.
Okay. Oh, shoot. That's
Yeah, I don't know.
fine.
Did you hear that, Matt?
What?
So the card reader's full on the camera, so we're not going to be able to have film, but just the audio.
Are you on me this week?
Yeah, so I guess like I could either just put like just our flipped like logo on as the screen and just play the audio through.
Do pictures or something like that.
Have y'all thought about Spotify at all? Putting a podcast for Spotify?
I was gonna put it on iTunes.
Oh yeah, that would. I mean,
Yeah.
either one. Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, okay. So I know I had some other topics besides some sports because
Okay,
this is
yeah.
a pretty sports heavy podcast. But I also I wanted to talk about I don't know if okay, before we go into anything else, what is your NFL predictions for this year?
I think it's Chiefs Bucks gonna run it back. I think they're gonna run it back, but the Chiefs win this year.
You think so?
I do think so. They stacked their O-line. I think if they really got another shot, I mean, Mahomes got hit, I think, 38 times in that Super Bowl. Not sacked,
Well,
but hit
apparently
38
it was because
times.
of his line. Not a lot of people
Right.
were I guess the starters. Not a lot of the starters were on the line.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, that Bucks defense is dangerous.
Dude, they are. They're still. They got.
Dangerous.
It's really young. Anton Winfield Jr., the safety, is
Exactly.
really good. Devin White. I mean, I watched him play at LSU. He's ridiculous on the field.
If they keep every player for the next couple of years, I can see this team running the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I can see him easily running the league. I think Tom Brady's not going to retire until he's at least 45.
It's going to be up to his wife.
He's got like two. He's got like 2 more years easily. I think he retires at 45, 46, something like that.
Imagine that. 10 rings.
I think he wants to get 2 fistfuls of rings.
2 fistfuls.
That would easily, in my opinion, solidify him as the greatest athlete of all time.
Great. Oh, like not even just. I mean, he's already the GOAT of football, but greatest athlete ever. Yeah, I could see that.
I can see it professional sports wise.
Yeah.
Maybe though. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. Maybe just the.
He looks like a
the
dad.
GOAT of football. Yeah, he's definitely the greatest football player of all time, and no one can say otherwise. People are gonna throw in statistics about like, oh, he doesn't even like bench that much or some shit like that. He can't run that fast. But people don't understand that's not what football's about.
Right.
It's not just about physical strength.
I mean, isn't that amazing though?
Yeah.
That we got a guy that's looking like a straight
He's got
soccer
the ultimate dad bod.
Yeah,
and he's the greatest football
greatest
player
of all time.
Because he pushed himself so hard. I watched the Tom Brady documentary the other day. Crazy the amount of work that he put in.
TB12, baby.
And I feel like just to like be able to watch him, it's like an honor because I know my kids are gonna ask me about him one day. He's gonna be like a Babe Ruth type guy.
I mean, we've watched him since we've been alive.
Exactly. And there was another thing. I saw this thing on TikTok and it was like I forgot people were born in like, because it was like this kid. He was talking to an adult and he's like, "How old are you?" And the kid goes, "I'm 5." And then the guy goes, "Oh, what year were you born in?" And he was like, 2016. It's like, what? Like, I forget that people are born every year.
Yeah,
you know?
that's weird.
2016. I always thought about it. Just
God.
like there's this preconceived preconceived notion in my head that like all the people on the earth is all that we have and all we're gonna get.
Dude, that's class of 2034.
I know,
that's
it's
scary.
crazy that they can,
makes me
like,
feel old.
They're starting to have their first memories and stuff now. It's so weird to think about. But I know. Okay, so we were talking about what, the Bucks?
Yes, the Bucks. Yeah.
I mean,
They're stacked, man.
They're stacked.
Even on offense, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown.
I think the Bills win next year, though.
You do think?
I think the Bills get it done.
I think they're gonna be really good. They have a solid defense.
I think they're gonna get it done.
The only thing they're lacking at is their run game. I mean.
Yeah, but with the offense that they have, they don't really need it.
Yeah, they really only need like 50 rushing yards a game.
Exactly.
And if you can get that from Josh Allen,
they literally just need like a mid-tier running back.
Right.
And,
no, I totally agree.
They win easily. It's kind of like the Rams. I had such high hopes for the Rams, but now they're like not even in the run for a Super Bowl.
I mean, their division's tough. Like the Niners, Cardinals, and Seattle, those are all playoff teams. All of them.
I don't know about the Niners.
You think I could see them being on it? I mean, Jimmy G's not the answer, obviously.
Yeah, I think he was for a little bit. Whenever he came in that first season, got him to the Super Bowl,
yeah.
I was like, damn, maybe this kid's got something. But I guess not. I guess he just regressed.
I mean, the Chiefs are just insane. They got
the Chiefs, yeah.
Top 5 receiver in Tyreek Hill.
It kind of makes
number 1 tight end.
I know, they're so good that it makes you mad.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, you're just like, man, screw this team. You don't even want to see them anymore.
We're going to see them for a long time, too. A long time.
It's, I don't know. They're definitely... I don't think they're going to be as good as they were the year that they won the Super Bowl, though. I think that was their peak.
You think that was their peak?
I think that was their peak.
Damn. I think it's just getting started.
That's usually how it is with Super Bowl teams.
Yeah, typically.
They get to the Super Bowl, and that's their peak.
And then the next year they
flop.
flop.
So it's incredible to see. Like, that's why it's so rare to see that happen.
If Pat Mahomes can stay healthy, I think they're always going to be dangerous.
Well,
yeah.
Remember that Panthers team with Cam Newton?
Yeah.
When they lost 2 games that year. It was a regular season game and then the Super Bowl. And the next year, just nothing.
That was when they lost to Peyton Manning. I think, right?
Peyton Manning and that Broncos defense was really good too. Von Miller in his prime.
Yeah.
They had Aqib Talib.
They were a damn good team.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Peyton got that ring though.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He's always going to be in the GOAT conversation as well. I mean,
yeah, he's definitely
5
definitely
MVPs.
Top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
I'd say. I don't know about the rest, but do you think Joe Montana's in your top 5?
But I didn't get to watch him play, so I can't say that much. But I also think, he played at a time where there was no salary cap in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, he had like a lot. He had Jerry Rice.
Exactly.
Imagine Tom Brady with Jerry Rice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Jerry Rice is a little overrated.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
I do.
Oh, man.
I think I put Randy Moss.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think Randy's better.
Rice.
Randy's probably the best.
Randy's the best in my opinion.
I've watching his highlights. You're like, what the hell? He could have 3 catches, and those 3 catches will be for like 180 yards.
Whenever he mosses people, just that thing. It pisses me off that nowadays people call it like, oh, you just got OBJ'd. Like,
oh my god.
It's like, dude, you didn't even know. Back in the day, I was mossing.
Calvin Johnson, too.
Yeah, Megatron. Oh,
dude.
My God. I'm so sad that he retired.
Yeah.
He easily could have been playing today.
Seriously.
He could have.
He'd be on the tail end right now, but he could have still been playing.
He played only,
sure.
8 seasons?
Yeah, I think it was 8.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's nothing. He easily had at least another 8 or 9.
I think DK Metcalf is probably the next Calvin Johnson. Their frames are similar.
He's so fast,
dude.
For his size,
he's 6'4". I bet I think with cleats on and a helmet, he's probably pushing like 6'6", 6'5". That.
He's a freak of nature, but yeah. What do you think? This is completely on the opposite spectrum, but what do you think about Mars?
What do I think about Mars?
And its colonization and everything like that.
So, quick side note real quick. So on this, I actually just got an email. I don't know. Have you heard of Omaze? It's this like company that you donate money to. And like when you donate money, you get like entries into like to get like a car, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they do like trips.
Is this podcast sponsored?
What? No, sorry. Anyways, I just got an email today, and it was like donate today for a chance at winning a trip to space.
To space.
And that's all it said. It was just like a 2-person trip to space. And so I think there's a company, dude, there's like a company coming out now that it's just going to be like, it's going to be like a new vacation spot now where you just go to space and come back. Like, I don't know if it's like a week trip, a month trip or what. But like, I think that's I honestly think that's going to start like blowing up soon. Think about when the first person that flew in an airplane, everyone's like, that person's fucking crazy. They're like, dude, you flew in a plane? Like, you could have died.
Yeah, that's
I think it's going to become regular, like, for people to start vacationing to space, like taking a trip to space, like with this company bringing people and then not like landing anywhere, but just flying there, flying around a little bit. Like, it was like literally, and it's like legit too. I have the email, like they're doing it.
That's scary.
They're doing it. And it's like, you can see, it's like a 2-person trip to space. You can see the Earth and then we'll come back. Everything will be cool. And it's like, how long is this trip? Like what are we doing here, you know? And I could see that becoming regular.
Like space is like just trips to space?
Trips to space and back.
Well, you heard about that hotel that they want to put in space.
What?
Yeah, they want to put a hotel.
I could see that being much further away, but like this
but
actually,
they're like little pods. They're like little pods that go that send you to space and everything.
This sounds like it's really recent here. that like we're gonna start seeing people starting to take trips to space. You're about to see pictures on Instagram of your friends in space.
Just chilling in space.
Yeah, and then they come back, and it's. I could see that like happening pretty soon here though, and there's gonna start being different companies popping up, so the prices are gonna go down because there's more competition.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be just like
Wi-Fi?
it's just gonna be just like
dude. Yeah, the Wi-Fi signal is gonna be insane.
You better have that 8G, son.
it's gonna be just like airplane flights now. How you know like some people are still scared of flying, but like it's a pretty normal thing now. I think it's like that's gonna be like a new like vacation thing pretty soon here, like a tourist like attraction.
It's gonna cost a shit ton of money though.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's
a lot.
probably.
Here,
I mean,
I'll bring up the email
so
right now
with
to
the
show you.
with Mars this kind of ties into this. With Mars colonization, Elon Musk said like by the year of like 2050 or something, he wants to start like sending people to Mars to live on it. And he said he wants to make the price to go and make that trip the same price as the average home today, which is about $200,000.
Yeah, around 200K.
So this is what it says.
Can you lease it? Is there a lease option for?
I mean, financing or something.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking, yo, if you open up a Roth IRA right now and just put in like $100, by the time you're 60, boom, you'll have like $1 million. You can go live on Mars now. You know?
That would be the craziest thing ever. Imagine like the skylines and stuff, like all the different planets. Do you think you could see like other planets?
Does Mars have a moon?
Dude, I don't know. I don't
I've
know
never
if they
heard of
have
a Mars moon.
Oh, yeah, we gotta check that out.
I'm eating Chipotle today, and I'm checking my email, and I see "want to go to space, Cameron?" ?
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, okay, I need to open this. Look at this, Matt. It literally says right here, "Be the first to win a trip to space." And this is like a legit company. I've like donated all the time because they'll like, give away like cars and
You're
stuff.
sure?
Literally, I'm positive. They do like trips to Hawaii and things. It's like look up Omaze. It's a legit website. You like so like each giveaway they do, they like everyone buys entries and they donate that money to a certain like charity, and then they give like something in return. So like their new one right now is a trip to space.
Yeah.
And so it just says, "Be one of the first to win a trip to space," and like this is with Virgin Galactic. So if you want to look up Virgin Galactic,
okay, yeah.
and see like what
Galactic's
that's all
legit.
about.
You've never heard of Virgin?
No.
Virgin Airlines?
I've
Or
heard of Virgin. I've heard of
Mobile?
I've heard of Virgin Airlines, but what the hell is Virgin Galactic?
They're the same people.
So they're going to start taking people to space and back. Is that what you're like?
It's kind of like an Elon Musk thing. Like Elon is
SpaceX.
Tesla and SpaceX. Well, this guy Richard Branson is the owner of Virgin. So he has Virgin Mobile, Virgin Galactic, and Virgin Airlines. They're all the Virgin company under Richard Branson. I think I did like a report on him when I was a kid.
That's crazy.
He's like a billionaire.
So it says here, you and your guest will board a Virgin Galactic spaceship where you'll be taken off smoothly just like an airplane and watch the colors outside your window change from blue to indigo to midnight black. Hovering above Earth, nothing can prepare you for the breathtaking views of our bright planet. And yeah, it literally, it doesn't even say like how long you'll be there.
they just drop you off.
It just says a trip to space. It doesn't tell you how long. It's like, but yeah, if you guys want to donate money, imagine if we won that.
That's
Make
scary.
history.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Winners announced September 29th.
Oh,
And like you can
that's
see
coming up.
you can see their past ones. Like I have like some ones in for like a Tesla. There's like
cars.
cars.
celebrity,
Yeah.
Financial.
Shit,
Give me on the financial.
I usually do all the car ones.
Well, why? You know about all the taxes with that shit.
I wouldn't take the car. You can do the cash alternative.
You do the cash option. That's smarter.
Also, there's like people around the world that do this, dude. Like, it was a couple of weeks ago where this like kid from this third world country won like a Porsche, and I was like, dude, I was like, what is he gonna? I was like, why'd they pick him?
Yeah, like what if a Guatemalan child wins?
I was like, bro, your car is worth more than your country.
That's funny.
Rims are definitely gonna get jacked. 100%
Yeah.
calling it right now.
It's crazy. I work at a metal place, and like all the metal that goes through there, it's like, dude, I'm literally looking at like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of metal, and it's just like a barrel of metal. It's insane.
But yeah, check out Flipped.
What kind of music are y'all feeling?
Flipped podcast episode 732 will be taken in space.
Yep, we're going to Mars.
Imagine that first podcast on Mars. That
That would be pretty cool.
would be interesting.
So Mars has 2 moons, to answer our question way farther, but they're Phobos and Deimos. So
Deimos.
2 opposite. Deimos actually is the Greek god of fear.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds pretty malevolent.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
pretty
Phobos
bad.
is like, I don't know what Phobos is. I just know that it was in what's it called? Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
The one that was like during the Spartan times.
Yeah.
But I think Mars colonization would be really cool. Apparently, it would take forever to like terraform and all that. It would take like years. But do you think eventually humans could live on Mars?
I do.
You do?
I do. I think it would have to be. I mean, the atmosphere I know is very similar to Earth's.
Yeah.
So I do know. I have heard rumors that there are like bacterias and plant that makes it possible. In water,
Yeah.
it's just frozen.
Well, apparently, yeah, there's ice there.
Right.
I mean,
I think we should
Maybe.
just drop off like 100 monkeys there.
100 monkeys to
100
see how
Give
they
it,
do.
give it 10 years, and then we go back and it's Planet of the Apes type shit.
Oh.
They built their
They
colonies.
have a whole ass
Yeah.
civilization now. That would be funny. They could have, maybe. That could be cool. You could like make it like a
Just
televise it.
Just
Everything.
yeah, we have
Send some humans down there to fight each other.
I say we put cameras there first.
Like a
everywhere.
Hunger Games type shit.
Put cameras everywhere, and then just drop in like 100 apes and just see what happens over 10 years.
That
How
would be
how do they
crazy.
survive? How do they?
They'd definitely die.
Yeah, I
Instantly.
give them a week.
Because you're putting like these animals that are used to living in the rainforest in like a desert, essentially.
They'll evolve.
They'll evolve in
Yeah.
10 years. Evolution
back-
takes thousands of years.
We look back. We go back 50 years after we drop off the apes, and we're gonna see Tom Brady down there.
Yeah.
What about on the off chance that there's Martians though? Like they just it's
I
they
don't know. I've looked at some of those theories about them being in like tunnels there.
Right, that's what I've
I
seen
mean,
too.
I think that would be pretty cool, but I think that's definitely not possible.
Yeah,
I mean, we would have seen them by now. Something would have happened. If they're living down there, they would have made contact with us by now.
I mean, what if they have? The government's they're just full of shit. We never know.
Maybe the Martians are the people who built the pyramids.
Dude, interesting fact. You know the Pyramid of Giza is actually at the exact center point of the Earth? It's literally right where
It's in the middle of Earth.
direct center. Look it up right now. Right in the middle and between the axis. Like
I
dead
don't
center.
know.
That's
I know-
not a
I know, like,
coincidence.
the coordinates of it are like the speed of light, the exact speed of light.
And it happens to be that's crazy. I didn't know
Yeah.
that one. Speed of
Yeah.
light and it's
I know
in-
it aligns with Orion's belt exactly as well.
And I don't think humans could have built those. There's no way.
I mean, that's some pretty specific measurements. There's
Right.
no way you just, in the off chance, get the exact number of the speed of light.
No.
That's like millions of numbers long or whatever.
And it's at the exact center point of Earth too. That's too many
Yeah.
too many coincidences.
It's a lot of coincidences. But I think so there's this place in space called the Great Void, right? I don't know if you've heard of it. It's the scientific name is Boots Void. And the reason it's called that is because you know how whenever you look at space, there's literally stars everywhere? Well, this is the only pocket in space. Literally, it's like a hole in space where there's no stars.
Oh.
There's no galaxies. There's maybe like 2 galaxies in it. But it's just like this huge pocket that just has no galaxies in it.
Damn.
And so it ties in with this thing called the Kardashev Scale. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't heard about
Have you,
this.
Cam?
No.
Okay, so The Kardashev Scale is like it's like tiers for civilizations. So you have tier 1, which can control like weather. That's a tier 1 civilization. A tier 2 civilization is like harnessing all of your Earth's power, your planet's power. So that's a tier 2 civilization. And then a tier 3 harnesses the power of like the sun or whatever. And then of your sun and your solar system. And then a tier 4 is, I think, of your entire solar system or galaxy, like harnessing the power of like your entire galaxy. And then a tier 5 is like obviously like the entire universe
Just,
or
yeah,
something.
out of the universe.
But this guy named Kardashev came up with it, and he estimated that humans aren't even a tier 1 civilization yet.
What?
He said that we're only a 0.76 on that scale.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is?
That's pretty bold.
I don't know.
This one
I don't know
guy.
how
We got solar panels. I think
he
we're tier 3.
He came up with this scale. Like he came up with.
He came up with it. I
So
have no idea.
So he came up with it, and he graded us on it.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit.
I mean,
I think
I don't know.
What an asshole.
I think he must have been a super smart guy because.
He came up with this scale and then gave us an F.
Yeah.
But he was saying that like tier 5 civilizations have the power to like cloak parts of space. And so it ties in with the void because it's like maybe it's a tier 5 civilization living there and they literally just cloaked everything around them. Cuz like I'm going to pull up a picture of it.
Yeah, I got to see this. This is actually crazy. What? Wow.
So that's it.
What?
It's the only pocket in space where there's like no stars.
Dude,
It's like a hole.
that's some like Star Wars level stuff right there.
Exactly.
It's just gone.
I don't know.
And
I
you
mean,
know
like,
there's something there because the universe is just constantly growing. Like,
yeah. It's constantly expanding.
wow.
But
We should go there.
Yeah, send people
Yeah.
there.
Flip Podcast episode 1000 gonna be in Boots Void.
After the Bermuda Triangle.
This thing is like hundreds of thousands of light years away though, so we won't be there for a while.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
I mean,
That's
I'm
scary.
sure Elon Musk will come up with a spacecraft that can go about 100 light years per hour.
that's well. Apparently
hour?
they say if you break the speed of light, like you essentially like will blow up everything.
So like teleportation is. Do you think is that out of the
they
question?
say like it's not possible to go past the speed of light.
I mean, I can't even wrap my mind around that, so I can
I
see
mean,
how
yeah,
that. Yeah, like
I can't even wrap
yeah.
my mind around the speed of light.
Well, yeah.
Just looking at it.
Yeah.
I'll try to like time it or something in my head, but I can't. It's just like instant.
It's reality itself. It's
Exactly.
like what we're processing.
But yeah, I know Stephen Hawking made this thing that like can go like 5% the speed of light, but it's literally like the size of your phone, and it's a sail, and you shoot lasers at it, and it goes 5% the speed of light.
Man in a wheelchair inventing crazy
Yeah.
things.
It was
That's
something
awesome.
I saw this thing and it was like POV, you condemn God, and it's like it was like a video of Stephen Hawking saying that God is like nothing but a myth, and then he said that when he was younger, and then he's in a wheelchair now. It was funny.
Just hit my
But-
head on the mic.
Also, sort of, so with time travel, I know we touched on it briefly last episode. Do you think time travel is ever going to be, like, available to multiple people?
I have to say, I'm gonna give a big fat no.
Maybe
on
not
that
to
one.
everyone,
I don't
but
think
to
any,
multiple people.
I just think it's one of those things that it's fun to think about and like it's great to make
Yeah.
movies on. But I think that's one thing that I can say I can't see ever happening.
Okay,
Too many
well, let's-
margins for error. For
let
sure.
me make this more clear. Not a time machine that goes into the future, because that's easy to go into the future. But go back in time. Do you think it's ever going to be possible to go back in time?
I don't think so.
I mean, is it fair to assume that if you were to travel back in time, your age would also diminish? So, like, let's say if you were born in 1999 or 2000, you try to go to the 1950s. What if, because the way, laws of reality, do you think that
you go back
you
to being
just,
a
you would,
sperm?
or you'd be dead? Like, you would just instantly die, like, the second
think-
you drop in?
I think it would take. So the way I thought about it is maybe if you somehow figure out a way to manipulate molecular structures and all of that through time, you can. Because then
Yeah.
it would essentially reconstruct yourself using the matter
That makes
that
sense.
was there. Because we're made from the same matter
Yeah.
that was back in that time. So if you somehow figure out how to reverse matter, then I think you can reverse time.
That's scary to think about. I mean, if there was a time machine, I mean, would we even know about it? Like, think about, like,
Well,
we'd
one
go
of
to
the things
bed,
I was
like,
talking to my friend Mark about
we,
is
I
he
don't
said
think
if,
we'd
if
notice
a time machine
time
gets
changed.
invented, then time travel has always been a thing.
Right.
I think, but I also heard someone say in order for time travel to exist, you have to have two time machines.
Oh, one on the other
Exactly.
end.
Yeah.
Phew.
So, I don't know. I think we know how to go forward in time. If we throw someone out in space for like 10 years, they're going to be younger than the people here. Because of the way gravity works.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So do you think when we get people to Mars, do you think they'll age differently?
100%. They're going to age differently. They're going
Wow.
to look differently too. They're probably going to be taller.
Right,
Because the
gravity's
gravity
less.
is going to stretch their bones out since it's not as tight. They're
NBA
gonna be
draft
taller.
coming straight from Mars.
Yeah.
Got some 8-foot guys. 8-foot motherfuckers.
That would be crazy. It'd be like, what would it be? The solar system basketball league?
Yeah.
The SSBL?
Space
Space
Jam.
The SJA, Space Jam Association. Yeah, I think it would. That's what I think. So maybe I'm not a scientist, obviously, but I think that I just cracked time travel. You know,
Yeah. for sure.
if you reverse matter, then you reverse time.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Scary to think about, though. I mean, if
Yeah.
it like we were saying, like, we wouldn't know though if things had been like, let's say someone goes back and changes it. Would we just wake up as normal people and just not even notice time was changed because our memories would have been wiped from a previous past and we would have lived a different thing up to that point?
What do you mean?
Like my parents talk about how they don't remember a lot from their childhood. Like,
Yeah.
let's say time travel is real. Do you think their memories are gone because they were changed because there was just someone went back and changed something in a certain point of time? Like, a lot of people talk
Oh.
about how they don't remember a lot from their past. What if time travel has happened to save the earth multiple occasions and you, like, literally those memories are all scrapped up and mixed together now?
Maybe. That could be possible.
I don't know if it's just an aging thing or if it's
It's kind of
time
like that thing
travel.
with. It's kind of like that thing.
Aging.
Oh, I thought he said an Asian thing. So you need headphones.
It's like, damn, bro, we're about to get canceled.
Canceled. Boom.
No, it's kind of like that thing with the Mandela effect. You've heard about the Mandela
Yeah,
effect,
the Mandela.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is, if there is time travel back into the past, that's our greatest evidence of it.
Right.
Just the Mandela effect. I don't know why they call it an effect if they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know? It should just be like the Mandela theory or something.
For sure.
But
What time are we at right now? I'm just curious.
uh,
Feels like this is going by fast.
We're at
Oh,
54
my
minutes.
goodness. Look at that.
I didn't even
Fast.
Dang.
Any last interesting things to talk about? So right now we have sports and space.
did you watch Loki?
Now,
It's the multiverse stuff, right? I talk about it. I'm a big Marvel fan. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten to watch it much, but I read about it.
Okay.
It's like he's found multiple Lokis from multiverses, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's super interesting.
did so you haven't watched the show yet though?
No, but I've heard a lot. I
You
am
have?
pretty caught up on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Knowing
Are you
Knowing-
Cam? Are you
knowing
gonna
wise.
watch the show?
I'm not into the Marvel universe that much.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a big superhero like movie fan. I mean, I like the Avengers
Yeah.
and Thor and
Who's
Iron
your
Man.
favorite? Who's your favorite Avenger?
Definitely Iron Man, but it's not because of like the superhero. It's just because of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
That's
just
why,
like him
yeah,
as an
I just
actor?
liked him as like him
Okay.
as an actor.
Perfect Iron Man.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Thor. I love the Thor movies.
He's the
because of
perfect.
Hemsworth.
He's the perfect Thor.
Yeah,
easily.
and
I'm
so,
worried
like,
for Marvel.
I'm more of an actor fan
Yeah.
than like I don't really I follow actors more than anything else.
You're kind of like some people with sports.
Yeah.
They're not fans of
Mhm.
like teams. They're fans
Yeah.
of players.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Um.
So like when I'll see a movie or like when I'm like trying to pick a movie to watch, I'll be like, oh crap, it's this guy, and then that's
Yeah.
what will make me watch it. By the way, one movie that's it kind of goes into the stuff we talked about today. You need, if you haven't seen it, which you probably haven't. I don't know if you have. So it's Matthew McConaughey. It's called Serenity.
Serenity.
Have you seen it? I highly recommend it.
What is
He's-
it about?
So I don't want to like spoil it obviously. 'Cause
Is
there's
it
a lot
another
of-
Interstellar type movie?
No, so he's a fisherman. He fishes.
What is?
He
Okay.
does he's like does charters. So he gets paid to
So he's like a
take
guide?
He's a tour guide.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I can't tell you cuz that's the end of the movie. I just have to I'm just going to say to watch
What
it.
is it about though?
So basically something happens with his wife and they divorce, and like his wife has a kid.
Does it have to do with time travel?
Kind of. It's kind of it has to go into alternate realities.
Oh.
It's crazy.
So it's like another like Looper type movie?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's like because I don't want to like spoil it because the
yeah,
entire
I've never heard about this movie.
I
What?
know.
I need
It
to
came out
watch
like
that.
2
I didn't
years.
even
I
know
want to watch it
McConaughey.
with you.
Damn.
And it's like
That's crazy.
I think this
you can watch it in your new movie theater.
I do. If you want to come over dude, if you want to come over and watch it after this.
Yo, I'm about it.
Dude, we actually
First come, first serve at that movie theater.
So later we're meeting up at B-Dubs to watch the game tonight, and then
What game?
Suns, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't even
yeah.
get-
We
we
didn't
didn't
even
even-
touch
yeah, I
on
know.
that. We need to talk about that. This is going to be a pretty long episode.
Suns
but-
in 4.
You think? Okay, so are they winning 3-0 right now?
It's 2-0, but I mean,
I
Milwaukee's
think Bucks
really.
are taking it tonight at home.
They're really good at home. They really are. But if Suns do win tonight, they go
Yeah.
3-0. It's gonna be a sweep, for sure.
Damn. Yeah, I know that. I'm surprised because I thought the Suns were ass.
Dude, you and me both.
I
They're a
didn't-
young team with
Yeah.
36-year-old Chris Paul. I'm so happy for Chris Paul. I really
I just can't
am.
believe that the Nets lost.
Oh, they
What?
I'm glad they did.
No.
I'm glad
they're
they did.
they're
No,
a
they
superstar team.
They
I mean,
no.
they
I
were-
was so glad when they lost.
To be
I
fair,
was so happy.
They were working with a broken down Kyrie
I don't give a
and
shit.
Harden that was half a shell of
I don't give a
himself.
shit. I don't
Harden
Yeah.
was
I don't want to hear any excuses from the net. They
you
had
don't
so
like
many,
Harden, do you?
It's
No.
not Harden. It's just like teams that are like so stacked like
Yeah.
that. Like the Nets, that was they were already stacked as fuck. Then they got Blake Griffin, and then you have all of these excuses as to why they lost the Bucks series. I'm sure there's plenty of excuses, but they had so many people that a lot of teams don't have.
Yeah.
A lot of teams have to build their entire team around one player. They had four of like those
3
players
of the top 5.
that
for
teams
sure.
built that past teams had to build their entire team around.
I mean, Kevin Durant's the
I
best
mean,
player
yeah,
on the
they're
planet right
definitely
now.
a cheese team, but I thought they were gonna win.
I thought they were too, but
I'm
I'm just
surprised
saying,
that they got out.
I wasn't saying I was surprised they got out. I was saying I was happy that they were out because I think it'll really put them in their place for the next season because a lot of wasn't there issues with them not wanting to go to the practice and stuff because they were like not even wanting a coach saying they didn't even need a coach because they were just like so good
I really thought I mean, they were just riddled with injuries, man. I mean, Kevin Durant, wow.
Yeah.
Game 4 in that series, he dropped 49 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's like Wilt Chamberlain numbers right there. In today's era,
Yeah, I
I've
think
never seen a playoff game like that in my life.
I'll say KD, 100%, one of the best NBA players of all time, hands down.
Top 5.
But I think he's a coward
Because of what he did to Oklahoma.
because of him going to the Warriors and then now him going to the Nets. I
But he
think
left the Warriors.
I know
And
he
the
left.
Nets weren't really that much. They just had Kyrie when he went.
You don't think they were like? You don't think these were like discussions that were happening before? You think this just happened? They all just joined the Nets like randomly? I think there was definitely the planning and stuff. Before.
No, I think
think
it was
planned.
random that KD went there. I think he saw Kyrie and he saw potential with him and Kyrie,
Uh-huh.
and then he signed, and then other people
Fuck-
saw
fuck
potential
James
with
Harden,
them.
though.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. He ruined.
I mean, he
Our
wants a
city.
ring. I'd do the same thing if I was in his
James Harden,
position.
yeah.
You know, he wants a ring.
Yeah,
I
but-
wouldn't want to be James Harden.
But
you're
also,
gonna-
but also, your ring isn't worth as much when you're just on a super stacked team that everyone knows is going to win the finals. Which that's why I'm glad they didn't.
You could make that case
Because
for
everyone,
LeBron though.
everyone was saying that they were going to win the finals this year.
you
It
can
was
make
just
that case
done-
with
dunzos.
Michael Jordan's team too.
Ooh, yeah, Pippen, Rodman.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
But do you think that like Jordan made those guys better players? Because I
Yes.
think there's definitely
Oh, yeah.
definitely players that when you're put on a team, you build up the team around you and you bring out the best out of them. Just like for example Tom Brady, how we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I think Tom Brady brings out the best out of each player.
That's why I think Tom Brady's one of the best athletes because he goes to teams that don't, or he did have a team that had nothing
Uh huh.
I mean, yeah, it was Wes Welker, Julian
Yeah.
Edelman,
and turned them into
bunch
a
of white
dynasty.
boys. That's how I know Jordan's the greatest of all time, though, because I think about this. Imagine if you put Michael Jordan in LeBron's shoes. Imagine if you put MJ on that Heat team. It would have been MJ, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and Ray Allen. They would have ran it back for
Yeah.
at least. They would have. There's no beating that. Or another scenario like MJ, Kobe, LeBron debate.
Mhm.
MJ with Shaq. I'm calling it.
MJ with Shaq.
That's
You're
over.
saying if MJ was with Shaq, like if MJ was in Kobe's shoes,
It's over.
Oh.
what would that look like?
It's over.
No, I think, I don't know. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
But MJ LeBron debate is there's no debate. I mean, I think about MJ on that Heat team. They would have ran the league for at least 10 years. I mean, that's just
10 years.
Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and Michael Jordan. Imagine that.
Nah.
Sounds like my team, like an ultimate team.
Or we could bring this like very popular debate. Do you think MJ would be the same caliber player in today's
Oh
league?
yeah. He'd be better. He defends.
He'd be better.
He
You think
defends.
so?
He'd be better.
The way he drives, his driving, his mid-range shot. I mean, I understand the three-point line wasn't as popular, but he still shot pretty well from three. He shot a career average around 34%, which would do good in today's NBA.
Some of these defenders now, some of the defenders that are in the league now,
They
I feel
don't-
like it wouldn't be that easy for him in the paint. Or at mid range with today's defenders.
Mid-range would be questionable, but
Well,
I think his
it's just-
dunking, the way he could get up, is just out of this world. He would.
You just you got to
Destroy.
think about the rules that they played with back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You could like punch a
And think
guy
about,
and get a
think
tech.
about think about what I mean. Like LeBron's faking falling on the ground and getting free throws for it.
Yeah, MJ
I
would
mean-
get like 30 a game.
Exactly, and he'd probably get more. He probably could do the best flop you could ever see. You know,
Imagine Michael Jordan flopping.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
but I don't know. I don't watch a lot of basketball. It's not really my sport.
So that's why like earlier it was kind of quiet because basketball and baseball are my sports.
Yeah,
So now we're
okay.
talking a lot about football and stuff, but like
Yeah.
basketball and baseball are my.
I'm not
my
big
two
on
ones.
basketball. Baseball, I'm okay with. Not
Like for
too
example,
knowledgeable.
like Damian Lillard. You think he's staying or going?
I think he's leaving.
I have no idea about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a lot of rumors of him going to the Lakers, so it'll be him, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. Which is, I mean, that's pretty tough.
I don't.
Oh my God, the Astros came back. We won 8-7.
No way.
No shit.
I just got a notification.
No, we must have ran it.
This
and
entire episode,
Wow.
we were losing to the Yankees 7-2, and I just got a notification that we won 8-7.
Wow.
That's why. This is why I say you can never. If you ever go to an Astros game, You can never leave an Astros game early.
Yeah.
There's people that will leave at like
We'll
6,
never
7.
leave any game early.
Well, no, a lot of people leave like Astros games early to like miss the traffic because like yes, Houston traffic after an Astros game is
because it's placed in
dog,
such a horrible spot.
yeah, but we're a late inning scoring team. I think we have the most runs in the 9th inning than any other team in the MLB.
Probably.
You can never leave an Astros game early ever.
Yeah.
It was like the one night we were down by 3. This was like 3 weeks ago. We were down by 3 the entire game. I was working the hot dog stand. Everyone was leaving the stadium, and I'm watching the game. Walk-off grand slam won the game.
Damn.
And half the stadium wasn't there because everyone left.
Yikes. Yeah, everyone hates the Astros, though.
Dude, Astros are dogs, bro.
Every MLB cheats. I don't want to hear that.
So do
Everyone's a
like
cheater.
the
We were talking
Dodgers.
about Trevor Bauer last week.
I hate the Dodgers.
So annoying.
I hate LA.
Yeah. LA is a cool place to visit, but I would
Could never live there.
Never.
Same with New York.
You couldn't pay me to live in LA, man.
It's same thing with New York.
Yeah, New York is
Yeah.
bad.
New York's a great place
I
to
don't
visit.
even get the hype around New York. Like
The
what
dollar
is in
slices
New
are
York?
cool.
Like people are like, you
I
know,
think
you
there's
made
just-
it when people are like, you know, you made it when you get to New York. What's in New York? Like I feel like everything's in LA now.
I think the same thing with like it's kind of like with LA and New York. There's just like a hustle vibe out there. Like there's just a different energy.
Yeah.
You know? Like just like especially have you been to New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's just like rushing around. Everyone's like
They have those no
Exactly.
standing signs.
yeah, like everyone's like it's like a hustle energy like in those two places. Like let's just grind, you know? Like
Yeah, but
Get locked
I feel like
in.
that's just because of population density.
Yeah.
I feel like most of those people hate their
yeah.
life.
Oh yeah, they probably do. Most of them
mean,
probably are very depressed.
Imagine paying like $3,000
Yeah,
to live.
in like an apartment the size of this room.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
think
horrible.
the new
No.
I think the new LA is going to be Miami.
Yeah.
And I think it's slowly coming.
Or Austin.
Jake Paul just
I
moved
think it's gonna be Austin.
Austin's coming
the
up
new
too.
the new LA, Austin.
Yeah, I can see it being Austin more
There's a lot
because
of people
Miami is apparently supposed to go underwater within the next 50 years. So
Sounds like cheap beachfront properties to me. 70%
and
off.
plus Austin has like everything.
Yeah.
You got the lakes. You got like the what is it called? The hill country.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got all that. It's a dope spot. I've never liked Austin.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
personality.
I don't like it either. Not
I
for
hate
me.
the personality.
Can you
of Austin.
imagine living somewhere where their slogan is keep us weird?
Yeah. Like, why would you want that?
Could you imagine Houston if our slogan, if we were known for, if we had shirts?
I'm happy we don't have a slogan.
If we
Just
had
having a
yeah.
slogan.
Yeah,
That's
if we,
weird.
If we had shirts that said
It's weird.
Houston HTX, keep Houston weird.
Yeah.
I
I'm
believe
honestly-
it never come back.
I've honestly I've never liked Houston that much.
So it's interesting because when you travel, like we went to Colorado recently,
Oh,
and
I
like you're
love
on the
it.
highways and you're in the city and stuff. It's like everything is so clean, and then you don't realize like how dirty
Yeah.
and gross Houston is until you come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and I'm not shitting on Houston. Like
I am.
but it's like say like you live with like your house, your parents, and your parents just like aren't that clean, right? You live in like a dirty house.
Yeah.
It's really messy, but you don't know any better. You grew
Yeah.
up there. This is heaven to you.
Yeah.
Then you go to your friend's house, you know, his
Exactly.
dad's a lawyer and his mom is a
Yeah.
surgeon, and you're like, whoa, this is out there.
Yeah.
and then you go back home, you're like, Mom,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
how are we living?
Houston also has a bunch of construction, like unfinished
Oh my
projects.
God, the
It
roads,
bothers me.
man.
That's why I'm doing
That's-
construction management.
That's what bothers me more. It's so many unfinished projects, man. Like I can't even.
It's like they start another project before they finish the other
Right.
one.
Exactly.
Horrible.
That's why I think this whole thing, like, I don't know. It's I hate Houston roads. Driving in Houston, screw that shit.
Yeah, we went to Colorado for my 21st last year, and he's right, man. It was super clean,
Yeah.
gorgeous. Everywhere you went, it was
A lot
gorgeous.
of nature.
Yeah.
Even in the city, like when you're in the city and you can see mountains in the
Yeah.
skyline.
I know.
That is
That's
so-
like
it's
I went
so
to
dope.
Bozeman. I went to Bozeman, right? And dude, Bozeman, that's a place right there. I love Montana. Montana
Oh, I've heard
is
a lot of good
where I'm gonna
things.
die.
I think
I
I'm
want to
gonna-
be buried
some
in
of
Montana.
the valleys out there.
I need land up there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy land up there.
I think after I went to Oregon, I think that's where I would want to retire at.
Oregon
Oregon is beautiful.
There's like
The
okay,
trees.
it's so weird how like the mountains are different in like Oregon and Washington than like Montana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How they're like more green over in Oregon.
because all the trees.
That's like it's like a whole different type of beauty. You know what I mean?
Did you
and
all
also
see
you
that
have the
heat
coast
wave?
Yeah.
in Oregon.
That heat wave in Oregon. It was
No, I didn't see that.
temperatures were like last week. They were ranging from 110 to 121
Really?
degrees. Broke a ton of records.
That's insane.
It's messed up, man.
I'd
They're
hate
freak.
to-
Imagine them. I mean, we would probably be fine because
yeah.
Houston,
Well, yeah.
no humidity up there in Houston's
Yeah.
just like we're
It'd
constantly
definitely be hell though.
fluctuating.
It'd definitely
Yeah.
still be hot as shit.
When
but-
I went to LA my junior year of high school, there was a record heat wave when I was at Orlando Studios. Hit 114 degrees, and to
No
be honest
shit.
with you, it felt like 90 degrees here.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
how hot Texas feels with the humidity.
I went up to Maryland and it was like 73 degrees and I was like, bro, it's so cold out here. I was like, why is it so cold? I was wearing a jacket and everyone's like, why are you wearing a jacket? Like it's hot outside.
That was like in Colorado. I
Yeah.
get hot really easily.
really?
So like I need to live somewhere where it's
Yeah.
colder. Like when we were hiking and it dropped down to like low 60s. They're all wearing joggers and jackets. I was wearing khaki shorts and a golf polo. I was like, this feels great.
Damn.
I was like, I
I'm
love
over
it.
there shaking in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
he gets
oh.
cold. It's funny because he gets cold really easily, but I get hot really easily.
Really?
Like yeah, I always have my AC on 60.
Mm.
Like even in the winter, my AC's on 60. He's like, dude, you're a madman.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna get sick, dude.
It feels great.
And well, I mean, I feel like you always got to have the house cold.
That I
I
agree with,
always
yeah.
have. I try to keep my house.
What do you
as cold
keep
as
it
possible.
on?
So when I was living in College Station, I kept it on like 65.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
I keep mine at 68, and people come in and they're like, dude, it's freezing in here.
Yeah, everyone would always walk in the house and be like, damn, it's so cold.
I think 68's like perfect.
Yeah.
See, that's why Texas is so weird though. Like the summers, you know, we could get up to like 115 heat index, but
Yeah.
like 100.
It would feel
Normal?
like
But in the winter, we don't even have a fall or
Yeah.
spring. It's just like
at
straight
Christmas
winter.
time we go out in the pool, bro.
Yeah. And then right around like mid-January all the way to April, it's freaking
Yeah.
like
Well, except
20 to
this
30
past year.
degrees.
This past year was really bad.
That's funny because last Christmas, Peyton and I literally went swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That freeze was crazy. Were you
Good old Texas
were you
winter.
here for that in
Mhm.
Houston?
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
I was in my apartment and
We took pictures on the freeway.
yeah.
Damn. I tried driving out on it and I hit a car. So,
Jeez.
yeah. That wasn't exciting.
Yeah, I know.
But
Well, ready to
you ready to call it?
yeah, you ready to wrap it up for this
Yeah.
one?
Pretty longer episode than usual, but appreciate you guys listening to us. Sorry that we won't have a visual
Yeah.
for this week,
Won't
but
happen again.
yeah, we'll have it again next week. But appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you give us feedback down in the comments below. We'd like to start hearing your opinions on everything. Maybe what you want to hear us talk about, suggestions like that, everything like that. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.